What family secret did you accidentally overhear? I was standing in the hallway, about to ask my parents for a small loan, when I heard them talking in the kitchen. My sister, the golden child, was on speakerphone. I know, my mom was saying, but we can't keep paying your car lease, we just sent you the mortgage money. My dad chimed in. Honey, we're happy to help, but your brother has no idea, we tell him we're tapped out. My heart didn't break, it went cold and still. I quietly turned and walked back to my room. What they didn't know was that I had been working 2 jobs for 3 years, saving every penny for a down payment on a small condo in our horribly expensive town. The loan I was about to ask for was the final 5%. I had a binder filled with financial plans, mortgage pre-approvals, and listings I'd circled. I wasn't asking for a handout, I was asking for a small boost to get over the finish line, which I fully intended to pay back with interest. I didn't confront them. Instead, I went online and did a different kind of research. The next morning, I withdrew my entire savings. I packed 2 suitcases, sold my furniture for pennies on the dollar, and bought a one-way train ticket to a city 5 states away, where the cost of living was half. I left a note on the kitchen table that just said, "Decided to make a change, I'll be in touch." The first 6 months were brutal. I worked in a coffee shop and lived in a tiny apartment with paper-thin walls. But then I landed a job in my field. It paid less, but my expenses were a fraction of what they were. I started exploring. I made friends. I met someone. A kind, steady man who saw my work ethic not as something to be exploited, but as something to admire. We built a life, piece by piece, on our own terms. A year later, my phone rang. It was my mom. "Your sister is in some trouble," she said, her voice strained. "Her husband lost his job, and they might lose the house. We've helped all we can. We were hoping you've always been so good with money." I let the silence hang for a moment before I answered, my voice calm and clear. "I'm sorry to hear that, but I can't help. My finances are all tied up right now." I looked out the window at the moving truck in our driveway, then at my fiancé holding a box labeled kitchen. "We just bought our first house."